G'day, today we're going to have another look at Tile Cities and see if we can get closer to those high up achievements on this one. Now, there are some crazy achievements in this game. One of them is to get 3,000 points, which does seem manageable. And there's another one that is to make a square of a decent size. I quite like the vagueness of that request. There's also one to make, I think, 10 railways connect to each other. So you can see we're slowly working on that here too. So let's really focus on trying to get the squares right in this. So one tricky thing I find is that a lot of these blocks are different shapes. So it's almost like if we get one triangle, we want to try and find a triangle that matches that. This guy also has a train line on him. So doing a good job of just rolling that train line up. I can rotate the tiles. That is not something that I did in my previous game and feels like it would be very helpful. So, start rotating. Good connection. And I mean, this makes so much more sense for how I can like expand these, a lot of this going on. All right, I feel like I'm cooking with gas a lot more after that one. I'm amazed that no one mentioned that. A lot of people comment to say that they were going to give it a go and then relayed how they did really well score-wise. I didn't hear anyone say you can also um, you can rotate the tiles. It's clearly written down the bottom right here if you just look lower. I think I'm doing a pretty good job of getting our metro lines connected. That's an interesting angle that we got there. So luckily this guy can make that join. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel like we're doing a good job there. Goes the opposite of that one, so I can't rotate him in a way that they'll match. I have too much orange at this stage. I feel like orange is starting to run away from me a little bit. It does have some more. That's probably a better way to do it. Have I even got any orange squares yet? Rarest achievement in this game is to, yeah, I think I said that, is to make a square of a decent size. And that really has me thinking about what it defines as a decent size. So where are my orange? Where is my orange coming from here? That's probably a good gain. Keep purple at bay. Spots for some squares. Do that if I can expect to get a few triangles. Finally an orange one. Get him connected to some stuff. Another extension on our network. Can't run up that edge there. I could do that, but I mean, that's not going to be a shape that I'm going to end up finding. Neither's that. I mean, that would be that I'd need another triangle his shape. And on that shape. This would now got, I've actually got a train station going, though. First edition of one of those. My network. Been a weird fit in there anyway. Sort of pop him on the outside. I mean, to put him there would mean that I'm banking on getting a lot of triangles. Nice to connect his line to everyone else. Oh, what would be a good way to do it? What does he also line up with that guy? That edge. Orange is becoming a bit disastrous. It's not a bad get. It just means that to fill this gap, we need to rely on a lot of triangles coming our way. We've got no orange for putting that guy there. That's a good one. When we kill that metro line coming down this way. That's at least a connection to a guy that matches his layout. Ah, that was a bad move. If I turned him around the other way, I would have had that. Good. Alright. So to keep our motorway going, we want to connect this guy towards the bottom. Gain a nothing being down there, so let's... Yeah. So many little triangles we need to fill. Good one. Have a look at the score-wise of this, because this is a perfect fit that you can see is being told to us down the bottom, and our score is currently 36. That's 46. So that one sort of perfect fit seems to be almost that you want to build to have gaps, because then with those gaps you can score perfect fits. It's like you build out here so that you can actually create a perfect fit. Like you want to manufacture that. Right. Train station. These two connected along here. Him there. There's that gap, and I mean that's such a good play just for the parts that we gain that it's hard to sell to move him anywhere else. Although that's a pretty good sell. All right, another triangle. His interior triangles though are giving us some really nice points. Go in. So appreciate coming at us. It's the opposite way to what we need. What's up here? Let's do that, and then we'll try and hold out hope that we get another rectangle, which hopefully shouldn't be too hard a quest. Can't believe I didn't rotate anything that first time. Alright, let's slot this guy in here. Another little triangle for us. Those perfect fits are really jumping that score up. Almost half our points are coming from those little triangles that we've added. It does inspire me to try and make more manufactured scenarios of perfect fits. especially I guess when we've got these so low. Okay. It's a pretty quick turnaround for getting the shape you need. Put him out there. Purple we're starting to need a bit more, mate. So maybe let's see if we can get some purple. That guy. He does have some rail network on him too though, so let's use him as this addition there. That's a guy that will cause me to need another little triangle, so we'll put him in that place. These big triangles are well to find though. Any purple on the outskirts here I can take it. Okay, there's a green triangle. Again. Green, which is good. Struggling with. Pop that out a bit. You try and make these perfect fits a bit more. That's an interesting little shape. That. Alright, we don't have any little triangle spaces left. Occupy. Put him there. Set to that one. There. Purple is becoming a bit of our need. Good gain for purple. Could just put a triangle down somewhere. This guy. Connection. And there. That's a piece I have in high demand. It's the opposite to that guy. Slot him there. Give him a buddy straight away. Very long triangle, but surely we've got one that needed that. Right, that one needs that, but the other one. It's not the same size. Crazy thing is that if you're aiming at the goal, which I am, to try and get a square of a substantial size, it's you look at this and go like, all right, well, how close am I here? What's the grid? I guess you're counting these by ones. It's a very admirable goal. It doesn't surprise me that I think sits at 0% at the moment. I mean, the game hasn't been out that long, but still feels like it's going to be a nice challenge. And with these ones, I actually more want to make the, like, create a gap. That guy. All right, now this gives us an opportunity to get purple out places. Not there. That I create the gap, but I only get one purple for it. There. Triangle. Little triangle. Create the gap with him. Got a choice of either I get an orange and a purple. I guess I need the purple enough to make that move. With this guy, let's create the gap. Create the gap. Put him in. So now I've shifted this so that I'm now wider than I was high. Before I was higher than I was wide. That one. It's a perfect square there. Alright, so he can go in there as a perfect fit. Yeah. Create that gap. A good perfect fit, that one. No, I would love to make that the real goal. I've got to create these gaps. Okay. Amazed how long I've been holding out to get that triangle there. I mean, to the point I've probably forgotten. I haven't seen any big triangles either. Off those hotkeys now too. Not bad, but we don't really need purple. And we can create the gap by doing that. That. It's not the kind of triangle we want. There. There we go. Finally. Big gaps. You need to build up or down because we're let's go there to create a gap. Not really square anymore. We've got to keep pushing one way or the other. Okay, there's that perfect fit finally done. Blue is now starting to complain. So that doesn't count as touching that blue edge there. I do like this idea though that you're basically building create little gaps. The hopes that you get, or that any little square or little triangle you get is just meant to fill one of those gaps. Yeah, that'll make a gap at least. Alright, there we go. Something we can put in a gap. No gain for that. Gain for that. No gain for that. So just the 10 points. But I think that when I do a perfect fit, if you have a look here, so putting this there, it tells me that I'm dropping one green, one purple, and orange and blue aren't changing. But when I place it, no, sorry, I was going to say I thought that it was actually dropping. I think that would be a neat little twist for a perfect fit, is that you actually take a knock on the like everything drops one. Okay. These guys are good for being able to make that little force a gap like that. I have a gap this size. In the menu, I'm just curious. Color theme dark. I think that's going to help me because in light, that is the same color as that, whereas in dark, they're clearly different, and your gaps stand out a lot more. So now I can clearly see what shapes it is that I'm holding out for at the moment. Yes, I think that helps, and I imagine people watching as well. It's a much nicer way to see it too. The continuation of that one long network, so let's just put him in there. Right. There or there, we'll take that one. Another one for us. Let's do locking. What we can do with that guy is we can separate that into two different gaps. And I should also be trying to keep in mind that I want to place these for some benefit as well. I remember if I get one of those this style shape, the I can come up there with that arrow that's sort of been lonely for a while. Yep, there. Good for that guy. There and get there. Does seem like relying so much on circular square perfect fits is the way to go. Much trickier. Square ones you can just really punch in nice and easy. I seem to always have an available spot until I get too many that it's lucky out. There we go. Finally one of those in there. Two. Might as well use him to make that gap. It's a good gain, that one. That guy can go in there. So finally one of our other gaps. Maybe use it for this guy because we're getting more benefit from him. Put that guy there to create another square. Finally, we can fix that gap. Need to keep building up now because our square is wider than it is high. I think it was the last time I updated how our square was looking. There we go. Here. What's insane is that the only thing that I'm currently focusing on is trying to create little perfect fits. And if you look down here, like it's working as a strategy that this is just going down on its own. All right, so let's put that guy there to create another little space. Although probably the one thing I don't need is little triangle spaces. On there. Ain. Blue would be ideal, so let's get him in there. There. Tricky thing is to make any of these little gaps. Oh, I could put him right there. Create any of these tiny bits. I've generally got to expand further out what my lines already limit me to. Okay, let's get some benefit from our little gaps. Let's put it there. Big triangle. Wait, not any of them. I don't think so. Go that way. Nice bit. Nice one. Create that one. I seem to get these triangle pieces, but I always already solved the, or I don't know, they seem to come in twos, I guess. Never left wanting. Have a guy again. I laid a guy on the outside just for one of these, and I brought a block on them. Because I go, oh, I can make another triangle gap. And it's like, the one thing I don't need is triangle gaps. Got these edge parts, but I need to go out another sort of row. If we do a quick count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 high. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 wide. We can keep going up a bit more or down. Create that block. Again, I'm hesitant to block that off. Let's just create some gaps at the top. Okay, so there's a bit slot here and there. These. Now orange is starting to run away from us a bit. So some orange options. Disappointing that you guys are gonna. It's orange. That's better. Okay. It's an interesting one. It's perfect fit. Let's put him down there. That's how long it'll take me to get to those. Him in there to sort of create two separate square perfect fits. There. Angle, that's a different triangle. That one, and now let's get some bits. Hopefully this guy can benefit to orange at some way. Like it. I feel like I had one of these. Yeah, that guy. Oh, but he's the opposite direction. Good ice. There, where he benefit, though I've definitely stood him up in a way that's gonna imbalance my square again. I'll have to build out. That down to a triangle. Nice one. Oh, there's the achievement for 500 score. They operating a bit better than I did the last time. Let's go. We just want to put standalone edge. Probably want to go wide again. Let's do that. Again, those triangles are the thing that I already have in high demand. Let's just put him there. He doesn't fit for that triangle down here. Pull him up there, you get lots of green. Look at that. Back to zeros. It's wild. And let's put him there. There you go, that guy can slot into that gap. Little triangle. Triangle to the benefit of orange. Anyone benefit of orange? No. Edge triangle. Because we can put him somewhere and just create the thing I need most. Gaps for triangles. Eh. I think that I have to go wide a bit more. That's probably too wide. Let's just put him up there. Do I have an edge that's that sort of triangle? Yes. That's made that really stick out, but it's alright. I think the square challenge is a bit of a pipe dream. And I'm going to add so many triangular gaps. Do that. Alright, so let's get one of these gaps filled. So that's probably the bigger benefit. Get that guy in there to save us having to find another little triangle. Right on cue. The little triangles. Go with that one. Bigger triangle means we can get here. I don't know if we want to create that sort of gap. Let's go here. Get a gap in this section. Opposite to that one, opposite to that one. Any need that that guy can fill. Those two that we've got. A blue spot that he can. Okay. Let's just go there. Again, that's just going to have me. I suppose if you look at where my little triangle gaps are, they're pretty on the outskirts now, which means that I have done a good job of filling the ones that I've had in the middle. I suppose that means that we can work towards, like we can create a few more. Some orange. Wrong way around for that guy. Niche little art that we don't see very often if I do that. I feel like if I can get this a square side, I should just leave it and then just work on these two. Put this on that top side. Drop him in there. Some blocking along the edge. I guess if I do that, it would mean if I get any squares and I don't have any immediate holes to fill, that should be where I'm putting them. And I don't think I've got any triangle edges to match to this guy. Okay, squares. No squares, so let's slot him in there. So that guy is a perfect fit. You're nicely cleaning up that edge. Do need to make a whole line across that bottom though, as well. Triangle. Helping fill out that edge. I don't have any spaces for squares at the moment. Doesn't look it. Come up here just to block in that gap. There's another long time. Yeah. That way. One. That's nice. That's nice. Let's get that one. It's a triangle bigger than I feel I've seen in a while. Yep, alright. Another one. One. Oh, wouldn't matter too much if I cut that off. I don't need a big triangle for that. Do that and create two small gaps. That and create a triangle gap. That perfectly would have fit in there. Oh, that's alright, because you can work on this long edge here that I need to finish off. We're getting low on triangle gaps, so maybe let's just create one in there. Get some orange going too. A lot of orange on this edge. I'm surprised that we're not benefit for guys there. Alright, let's do that to get some orange. Guys, plenty of orange there, that's good. There, do we have any triangle gaps? I don't think so. That. And some blue. Square. Of everything. And triangle, who's going to go? It's not going to any of the current gaps we've got. Help make one at least. Interesting shaped one. Blue. So they swung blue heavily back. Was. Alright, well, we're definitely doing pretty well here, and that we're still afloat after this long. So what I might do is I'll leave it here. Good news is that this game does have a save feature. So we can come back to it and continue on to our quest, I guess, to both 3,000 and a nice square build. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. Until next time, I'll catch you later. See ya.